Hey everybody, Magic Mike here, and I'll strip it down for you. I'm headed home. I just got driving for deals. Got some addresses up here. Might blow those out or look at them real quick. Hopefully you are. This is another episode of the Driving for Deals podcast. Let me say that first. And so I just went driving for deals. I got about like 15 addresses on here. I'm gonna take them home, have the VA set to look them up. Hopefully y'all know how to do that. If you don't, you can go to your county tax assessor site. You either want to search for a tax bill.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
A property card. Or you want to find out where that tax bill is going. And if the tax bill is going to that house, then that's probably not the kind of house you want. Because if you live in the property, you really don't want to get rid of it. So I went wholesaling with driving for deals with a guy named Tyson. Shout out to him. So any of these deals that we do, we're going to split them 50-50. And we met a couple people, found a couple buyers. When you go driving for deals, you will see big dumpsters out front, people doing repairs to a property. Those are cash buyers. You see bandit signs like "We Buy Houses," those are wholesalers. Those are people just like you. You go to these seminars and they tell you, hey, put out "We Buy Houses" bandit signs. And then when you come in the next day, they tell you, hey, call those people. Those are your buyers. You just get instant buyers in your area. It's like, yeah, dude, those are us. Everybody at this event. Just put those out. People eat it up. So don't fall into that trap. I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. I might have to break my rule and edit this video. I want to do a 12-week boot camp, sort of a 12-week quick start to getting into wholesaling. And as of right now, I'm thinking each week is going to be over a certain part, a certain thing, to getting a wholesale deal. And so by the end of it, you should have a wholesale deal. You should have 3, one each month, if you're doing it correctly. But without the follow-up and the accountability afterwards. So for 3 months, we just hold you accountable, almost like a little bite-sized chunk of it's a fourth of the one-on-one coaching, which is like that we do for like a whole year. So I'm working on that. I have just been able to, I just got my Podio. So as you know, Wholesaler University, we use Podio as our CRM, our customer relations manager. Because this guy, I went out with Tyson, he got this, that's his, how he manages all his properties is he writes them down on paper. I mean, you should have seen it. It was so disorganized. But I'm going to get him into Podio, and we're going to get him organized. And you don't have to use Podio. If you use something else, use it. Like, whatever you got, use it. Podio's free, and the cool thing is you can just set it up however you like, but the bad thing is you gotta set it up. So if you're experienced, you know what to ask the seller, you know what to put into Podio, into your apps. If you're new, you might not know. But if you join the monthly group coaching on our site, thewholesaleuniversity.com, you can sign up there and you will get access to the previous webinars. And you can watch the one we did on Podio, where I'll show you how to build out your Podio apps. So that's a possibility that you can do. There's some that are already built for wholesale wholesaling or rehabbing and looking for houses, and those usually cost about $97 a month, and then some are like $297. Some of them will put out websites for you and all this crazy stuff. Podio does it for you for free. It's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna try and turn into this Taco Bell here. Alright, good. Okay, so got a bunch of these houses. We met this lady. We really went up here into the zip code to look for this lady. He said he saw this lady. It was in, she doesn't own the property, but she might know who does. So we basically met up with her, saw the property, total crap box neighborhood, and I'm using the good word. My mentor uses the bad word for that, sit box neighborhood. And so I'll turn into this Taco Bell here. And so we try to get this house. So basically, she will sell the house for whatever. Doesn't matter to her at all. She wants enough money to move down to Griffin, which is essentially maybe $5,000, maybe less. So if we can find out, she's been living there, and she said the tax bill, somebody paid the taxes. So we've got to skip trace this owner, find out where they are at. So we're gonna look when I get home. I'm gonna look up her info and see where the person who owns that property is. If it's her, if it's her mom, then essentially we would need to get an attorney to prove that she's inherited the property. That could be the case as well. Person could be in prison and in jail somewhere. We don't know. And then once we find them, might use a couple skip tracing services you can use to find people like this are been verified, which is $10 a month. I think White Pages does it some. PIPL.com is one. I think that's free. What are a couple other skip tracing sites? If I find them, I'll let y'all know. Anyway, you skip trace them, you find them, you see them in the chain of title. You may look up the tax assessor website and look through there and see that the taxes are going here, and then you see who owns that house, and it's a different person. And if the taxes are going there, then that person's the owner. But if a different person owns that, that means that that's the owner of this other house. So you find out where they live, and of course you go down this rabbit hole. Essentially, if we're getting the property for next to nothing, I mean, might as well go down that rabbit hole, right? If she's just ready to just, give it away, we'll take it. So we're gonna see if we can get it from her. I'm gonna call this attorney guy not too long and see if we can get it from her. He's got a couple other properties on here that he told me about that are ones he has under contract. So I'm gonna go find some buyers for that. And you can see I got stamps in here. So he showed up at the house and she wouldn't come out. So I got a box. We put a letter inside. Hey, it's me and my guy Tyson. Folded that up, put some chocolate in there, put it in a flat rate shipping box, laid it on the front steps. I didn't stick it in a mailbox, so it was free. Stuck it in there for free. And then we went driving around for deals, found these, then went back and she spoke to us and said, hey, yeah, just take it. So we got her number, we got her name, and I'm hoping that she really owns it. She just didn't want to be telling us that. I don't know. I don't know why a seller would be doing that. But so yeah, let's see what else. I was playing some podcasts earlier too, listening to new stuff, learn some tips and tricks. Right now I've got one in particular is about Podio, and so I've got Podio right now as a CRM, and whenever a text message comes in, text is going to come in through a number. I've got another app called Twilio, and again, if you're like a one-on-one coaching student, like I help you set this up, but it's super complicated. So phone number gets texted or called from a mail piece or the shirt, goes through Twilio, then Twilio will send that text message to Zapier, whatever it's called. Zapier will either take the call or the phone number or the text message, and will then put that into Podio. Now the trick is, every time they text, it makes a new item. So I've got to work on how to get that new text message coming in to search for an old search for that number and then update that item within Podio. And if that number is not found, then it creates a new item or a new call. Okay, so that's one thing I'm looking at. And if I could find a CRM that would do this already, then I would just go with that CRM. I mean, really, why build it myself? $97 a month would be perfect, and then they just build it already for me, because the Zapier charges, every time one of those comes in, Zapier charges an account. I think you have to, you pay on Podio to even have that ability, and then within Twilio costs money. So that's three things that are charging me. And then so from the Zapier, it takes that text message, that voicemail, and then puts it into Podio. And that's the whole way that it goes. Aside from that, I've also found a way to get Podio to calculate the offers. Alright, so I use a calculation field within Podio. And again, all my coaching students get this for free, or get this, updated as I update apps. As my coaching students, they just get those. So I've been using the spreadsheet, and if you for $7 you get the group coaching every month, and with that you get a spreadsheet that you can analyze deals with. But now I have taken that as a calculation field within Podio. So now I have Podio tell me what the offer is. So you plug in the same as with the spreadsheet. You plug in the square feet, the profit you want to make, and the ARV. So the only reason you should ever leave Podio now is to get the ARV, either from the MLS or from Redfin. And then you just plug that stuff in, and then it tells you just what your 3 offers are. Your no repairs, your little repairs, and your heavy repairs offer. So you just set the appointment up to meet the seller at the house. When you get there, you already know what you offer. Boom. You ain't even got to go to the spreadsheet, go back, and none of that. It's already built in. Oh, so I was sitting there telling my wife, she was like, "What are you talking about? Calculations in Podio? Who cares?" I was like, "No, you don't get it. It's already in there. You just plug everything in and it goes." So the goal here, I don't know if you can tell, or if you picked up on it yet, but you want everything to happen within Podio. The second I am able to get Podio do an ARV, maybe I could get it to pull the ARV from Zillow, or in this case, the Zestimate, and then just take off some of the Zestimate. So right now it does 65% or 70% of the ARV in the little calculation. So that's possible too. Is I could take Zillow's, because I have a chat bot right now, and it pulls Zillow. I'll show you that in a second. So this chat bot will pull the Zillow square feet, and it will pull Zillow's. It should pull Zillow's Zestimate, and it offers, I think, 20%, 40%, some weird number of that, and then it offers them. So when you chat with us on Facebook as a seller, it will it will then pull from Zillow, and it will say, hey, this is the offer to them. And they say, hey, I want an instant offer. Or they can give us a call or whatever. Okay, here we go. So right here. Oh, it's probably going to reverse it. But so what it is they open their app, they take a picture, and then they scan this image right here. And then they start chatting with us, and then they call this number, and they chat with us, get a cash offer on your house today. We buy houses, right? So within that chatbot, what it does is it pulls that information from Zillow. So I'm sure there's a way that I could get Podio to pull that info as well, and it's probably going to be a zap. So the second I go in there, I can hit a button and have it pull Zillow information in. Because the second you can do everything within Podio, you never have to leave. If you can make calls out of Podio, that would be another thing. Maybe Mojo Dialer, make the calls or the voicemails. That would be crazy. If there was a CRM that could do all of those things, I would be selling the crap out of it. Because if I'm spending all this time trying to make all this up myself, you know, because that's what I tell my students. It's like, you know, because they see Podio the first time and they're like, man, I got to build this up. I got to do all this myself. How am I going to do that? And I tell them, well, you don't have to. I've already built it for you. You know, you clone all my apps over to your workspace and you're good. And so the problem with this is, like, I've got to build it all up and come up with it and everything. But if there's a CRM that could do all of this stuff, I would be into that in a heartbeat. And I'll come back and let y'all know. If I don't find something like this, I would definitely be looking to build a CRM like that. And I want to start doing a couple more segments here on the podcast. So I got this book. It's called The No BS Guide to Direct Mail Social Media Marketing, the Ultimate No Holds Barred Guide to Producing Measurable, Monetizable Results with Social Media Marketing by Dan S. Kennedy and Kim Walsh Phillips. So great book. Social media marketing on Facebook, Twitter, all that social media stuff. I think even email. I think it considers email social media. Yeah. Any type of social interaction. Direct marketing right there. I've got that chat bot. So you can call us about the chat bot. We're going to be selling the chat bot. The partner on this is Christopher. He built the chatbot and he does it for his realtor business. Now I'm doing it as an investor, so I've told him all the investor questions, and I think there's a cash buyer bot as well. And so basically sellers will be chatting with me while I sleep. I wake up, and then if they're super motivated and they go through the whole chat bot, we then give them a call and do the deal. So let me know if you want that. We're going to have that available on our site, wholesaleuniversity.com, pretty soon. We'll let y'all know about the pricing and all that for it. And if you know anything about building a CRM, let me know. And then aside from that, have a property for sale. If you have a property you want to sell on the podcast, you can pay $5. I'm going to get that on the site as well. It's not up yet. And so I want to start selling stuff through here. Let me see if I got it. It is 3112 Waters Road. Yeah. 3112 Waters Road, Southwest Atlanta 30354. All right. So, if you are interested in that zip code, that property, give us a call at 770-578-2321. And tell them you want to buy a house and you want the one on Waters Road, and we'll set up an appointment, come out to show it to you. So come in with your highest and best. And if there's anything else you need to know, any questions you got, let us know. We'll answer them. After all, that's what we're here for. We are your, while you're driving out there for deals, we are your mobile wholesaling university. All right, I'm Magic Mike, and I'll see you on the next one.